But this Trump derangement system, give you an example here in addition to Fergus Cullen in New Hampshire, who wants Trump off the ballot there because of his inconsistent views. New York Times editorial, Mr. Trump's applause lies. I mean, the libs, folks, they're beside themselves here on this. They're turning themselves inside out and upside down and into knots over Trump's claim that tens of thousands of Muslims were cheering in New Jersey. They have done all kinds of fact-checking. They've looked everywhere. They can't find any evidence of it, except there's a Washington Post story that did chronicle some Muslims cheering on 9/11. It wasn't tens of thousands, but they're beside themselves. They can't believe how outrageous Trump is. The things he said. There are now stories that are attempting to analyze, dissect, and explain the Trump strategy of saying all of this outrageous stuff. The assumption is that Trump knows what he's doing, that he knows he's saying things that aren't true, and he's reading. I'll tell you what they think he's doing. Like I got a piece today. I had a friend of mine. This is, by the way, as an isolated episode, not related to Trump. This is so informative. A friend of mine in high finance sent me this. You got to read this. You got to. Oh my God! Look at this. This is some piece by Bill Bennett. And the piece is about how the Republicans and Democrats are going to get together to assassinate Trump. And these guys think that Bill Bennett wrote it. So you go to Bill Bennett's website, you can't find a thing. It's just totally made up, but because it's printed, they believe it. It's incredible. At any rate, what they now think, they think Trump reads all of that kind of stuff and believes it. They think he reads every phantom internet spam, insane kook blog post and believes them all and then retweets them or Facebooks them or whatever. And they think that when Trump sees it in print, whatever it is and however outrageous it is, that he believes it because it's in print. Then others think, no, he really doesn't, but he's purposely making people think that he does. Why is he knowingly saying such outrageous things? And then when called on it, why does he double down? So the great minds of political science in Washington and New York and Boston, a corridor, have gotten together and they're trying to analyze why Trump does this. And they think the answer can be found in Trump's statements previously about how to negotiate a deal. And they're just grasping. And now they're worried. Why do these people who say they're going to vote for Trump, why does none of what he says that's so outrageous that drive-bys, why does it not bother any of his supporters? They just can't understand it. And once again, that is even more evidence of the great disconnect. People who work and live in Washington vis-a-vis the rest of the people in the country. Dana Milbank at the Washington Post, GOP running out of time to find the anti-Trump. They're still, I told you yesterday and last week, they're still in denial that this isn't real, that Trump's going to be off and doing something else once the year turns and he's bored and made his point. They go back to TV. Do you remember last week I told you that this super PAC of John Kasich's was out raising money, and they've had it. Kasich's so fed up with all this insanity that Trump is saying and people believing it. It's just silly what's happened to his party, what's happened to the conservative movement, that his super PAC raising money for the express purposes of producing ads that are going to destroy Trump. Do you want to hear the first one? Fine. It's 47 seconds. You'll have to go to a website. We'll post the video at rushlimbaugh.com, but it's the audio that you'll hear here. And all it is, by the way, it's audio soundbite number 1. All it is, it's called Trump's Greatest Hits Part 1. And it is Trump in various video settings simply saying what the Kasich people think are outrageous and insane and lunatic. And if people knew about it, they would abandon Trump. Here's how it sounds.
He's not a war hero.
He's a war hero.
He's a war hero.
5.5 years.
He's a war hero because he was captured.
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
Oh, it's so weird.
I have a great relationship with the blacks. I've always had a great relationship with the blacks.
The blacks.
Well, I just don't respect her as a journalist. You know, you could see there was blood coming out of her eyes, blood coming out of her wherever.
Somebody's doing the raping, Don. I mean, you know, somebody's doing the. You think it's women being raped? Well, who's doing the raping?
The belt moves this way. It moves this way.
How stupid are the people of Iowa?
So the Kasich Super PAC first destroy Trump ad, that's it. And it's just a video of where Trump said those things. I'm guessing they think that most people supporting Trump don't know that he said these things. And once they find out, they're going to be appalled. What they're doing is projecting their own reaction onto other people. They're assuming that they are just like every other average Trump supporter. Yet they know that they aren't because they laugh at, make fun of, and are afraid of Trump supporters because they think they're idiots. But this is projection. They're wasting their money, but it's their money to waste. I got to take a break.